Hello, friends. My name is Dr. Christopher S. Rice, futurist and managing partner of Refuturing, formerly of Austin, Texas, now of Louisville, Kentucky. It was my sincere pleasure to explore with you the potential futures of Northern Kentucky at the 2022 OneNKY Summit. You know, a lot has changed over the last 3 years, but most of these changes were things that we had anticipated together in some way at that summit and in my earlier work with the OneNKY board. And this shows the value in coming together to think boldly about the future. We have within ourselves and our communities the power to positively shape our futures if we can just become aware of and think critically about the trends and drivers around us. You know, today I wanted to remind you of 3 critical trends from that 2022 talk that could help shape your thinking for a unified community roadmap. First, education. Back in 2022, I discussed with the board the probable dissolving of the education department and the increased need for local communities to take education matters into their own hands. And now here we are. Now more than ever, Northern Kentucky needs to ask itself, what is the purpose of education? What kind of citizens are we developing in our schools, and how will they help build the economy of Northern Kentucky in the 21st century? What do they need to know, and how will we know that they know it? What partnerships can we build to ensure that our schools and universities are serving the cultural, civic, and economic needs of our communities? Second, housing and food production. 3D printing of housing continues to be a growing trend, with neighborhoods in multiple cities across the United States using this new construction technique to rapidly build affordable housing. But other manufacturing innovations continue to emerge, such as the functional box strategy from Dreambuild in Texas, and which is currently being piloted in some Kentucky communities today. In Northern Kentucky, though, density is going to be key to all of this in order to allow cities to minimize infrastructure costs and maintenance. Plant-based and lab-produced meat technology, that continues to improve, with state-level policy decisions being the greatest barrier to industry growth. This industry could be a real opportunity for states and cities that promote investment and build out of these sectors. Wyoming became the crypto state, but becoming the food innovation state is still up for grabs. And finally, climate migration. The U.S. Southwest continues to struggle with water shortage issues as the growing impacts of a changing climate begin to be more widely felt. It's one big reason why I left Austin, Texas to return to Kentucky last year. Northern Kentucky will still be well within the habitable zone of the U.S. by mid-century, meaning it's likely to become a preferred location for people moving north and east. Climate migration will necessitate exploring 2 crucial demographic strategies. First, how will Northern Kentucky attract a younger workforce eager to move for a more stable community in a changing world by developing family-friendly policies such as innovative schools, more walkable neighborhoods, accessible libraries and parks, sustainable public transit, and more affordable childcare? Second, how will Northern Kentucky support its aging population and promote policies and services that will help keep its older workers in the workforce longer? How will it attract the high-skilled, educated workers of tomorrow hoping to move to a more climate-friendly area for their second act? So as you come together to boldly chart OneNKY's next phase of growth by creating a unified community roadmap, let me encourage you to remember that the future is not yet determined, it is not set in stone. The actions you all take today will be a critical part of determining which future Northern Kentucky and its residents inhabit. So let's work together to make it a good one.